Here are 10 tips that I wish that I knew before becoming an Airbnb host. Hi, hello, my name is Avery Lucio. My husband and I have a real estate company and we started our Airbnb journey back in August of 2024. Honestly, when we got in, we didn't know what to expect, but now that we have gone through it and we're here now, we have learned so many things along the way. So I want to share a couple of tips that we have learned that actually work for us. So my first tip would be is to nail your first impression with your guest. So you want to make sure that you get professionally edited images that are high quality, that look good, are edited good. My husband and I actually didn't do this in the beginning. We are photographers as well, and we thought, hey, like we have a camera, we can edit. I can just, edit it and then put it on there. But that was not the case, just because, our camera is different, our lens is different. Ultimately, it's the lens that's different and also the editing. So make sure that you invest in high quality pictures. Will ultimately bring your listing a much higher, and it will just look nicer. It'll be eye-catching. People will be like, hey, those are nice pictures. It looks nice, it looks clean. So making sure that you get good quality pictures is super important. Along with that category, I would make sure that you pick a really good image that is like a wow factor. You can honestly pick whatever picture that you think is a wow factor for your listing. My second tip would be is to optimize your listing. A few ways that you can do this is by adding a catchy title to your listing. So you can either add keywords. I'll mention this a little bit later on in the video, but there's keywords that you can add to your title. For example, on one of our listings, we do have it say brand new, since all the Airbnbs that we get are new builds. So we just put brand new 2-bedroom, and then we list the name of the Airbnb on there. You can do something like that, or just a title that's gonna grab someone's attention. Airbnb also allows you to add a description to your listing. So making sure that it feels warm and that it's honest, and it lists all the amenities that you have in your Airbnb. So people can easily just look at, hey, this Airbnb has this. They're looking for something in particular, and it will have that listed on there. Another thing to make sure that you are adding to your listing, Airbnb allows you to add all the amenities that your Airbnb will have. So it'll give you categories, and it's really easy. You just go on there and list all the amenities that your Airbnb has, so people can easily just go on there and look to see if your Airbnb has the amenities that they're looking for. My tip number 3 is to make sure that your prices stay at a competitive rate. So just like hotels, Airbnb also has its own algorithm, and prices are always fluctuating between hotels, whether it's weekends or weekdays, or maybe I don't really know if this is a factor, but maybe events are going on during the city. I'm not quite sure, just because our co-host does handle our prices for us. But that is something that is really important to learn, just like that you are pricing your Airbnb accurately. Airbnb also offers a pricing guide, so you can also go and look at that as well. Tip number 4 is to aim for the super host as early as possible. So my husband is a super host, and it didn't take him very long to get there, but a few ways on how you can aim for that super host label. The way you can do that is to answer guests as promptly as possible. So whether they're checking in, checking out, doing a check-in message once they've already stayed a night there at your property, as soon as they book, just making sure that you're responding to them and it shows you actually care, and that you're an active host. Guests love to see that. Most guests actually don't care, but it just adds an extra level to your hospitality, and ultimately shows that you care about your listings. You can also add a personal touch to your listing. So whether that be a handwritten note, you don't have to do this, but this is just something that you can add, because after all, Airbnb is more of a hospitality industry. So you can always add your signature touch, or you can add disposable things for the guests. You can add some snacks, drinks, whatever you'd like that will make it your touch. And the last thing in this category is to make sure that your Airbnb is clean. It's always important to make sure that you get a 5-star rating on the cleanliness of your Airbnb. Just like when you walk into a restaurant, you want it to be clean. You're eating there. If you're staying at Airbnb, you're sleeping there, you want it to be clean, you want it to be, decently good, because you're paying for something. So getting cleaners, making sure they're washing sheets, cleaning the floors, cleaning the showers, all of those places, super duper important. Number 5, get reviews as quickly as possible. Something that we do after our guests leave the day after is we send a message saying, hey, we hope you loved your stay. We would really appreciate a review from you. The way Airbnb does it is, in order for you to see the review that the guest left you, you have to leave a review for your guest. So making sure that you're leaving a review for your guest after they leave is important if you want to see the review that they left you. Number 6 would be to promote beyond Airbnb. So there are different platforms that you can promote your Airbnb that's not just on Airbnb. So it can be like Expedia, Booking.com, Vrbo. You can even list it like on Facebook or Instagram. Totally up to you and on how far you want to take it. But those are just some other places where you can list it to hopefully get more bookings in. Tip number 7, keep approving your space. So if guests leaves feedback for you, it's always good to read over that and take an account on what they're saying. They're recommending you get new things. For example, if it be like pillows, mattresses, towels, sheets, anything to make their stay more comfortable, it's always good to take that in and give that back so like that you're always evolving your space. Tip number 8 is to use keywords in your title. So like I was saying earlier, these are keywords that you can add to your title because people sometimes search things up and it will pop up on the search. Keyword examples are downtown, pet friendly, fast Wi-Fi, free parking, so many keywords that you can add to your title so like that when people search it up, the keyword pops up. Tip number 9 is to leave on instant book. So Airbnb gives you the option to either have instant book on, or you can, I believe it is where you can request to booked. I would really recommend if you have your systems in place to do instant books so like that you don't have to go on there, review it, and it just takes more time to get those bookings in. So make sure that you have that instant book on. And lastly, my 10th tip is to make sure that you stay active on the platform. Airbnb loves when their hosts stay active on their platform. So whether if you are updating your prices frequently, you're on there making changes, Airbnb loves to see that. So make sure you go on there and show that you are an active host. I hope these tips were helpful for y'all. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment them below. My husband and I also offer managing for Airbnbs. So if you would just like to have someone take care of it for you, also comment that below so we can get connected and manage your Airbnb. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this.